I'm back and I'm sorry for the crunch in your ear, but I'm hungry. I'm snacking and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Listen, as you can see from the title, I'm telling on God. I got to get all this on record so people don't think I'm lying or I'm crazy or anything. So let me tell you, as far as this channel is concerned, okay, I've been having a standoff with God for years. I've been having a standoff with God for years. When people really realize what's going on and what's really happening, who I am, what I am, all that, people gonna be mad that I had a standoff with God. But then some people may not be. Why did I have a standoff with God? Because for years I have been doing everything to avoid this calling, this channel, this gift, these cards. I've been doing everything to avoid it. I've been doing everything to not lean onto on my own understanding regarding this channel, my gifts, all this. I've been trying to figure, and I finally, I'm at peace with who I am, the gift. You know what I mean? But for years, I have been refusing to reactivate this channel. Hence, you can see how choppy I've been posting and uploading and all that good stuff. So, I'm so sorry. People might think I'm crazy for saying this, but I have like literally a personal relationship with God, and He's aggravating, and He knows that I'll tell Him straight to His face. He's aggravating because okay, I'm gonna put it to you. This is how deep it is. You know that saying that started going around, get somebody else to do it. That's me. Me saying to God, get somebody else to do it. I don't want to do it. I just want to be happy. I want to have a family. I want to have kids. It's just, you know what I mean? I want to see my kids go to college, get married. I want to do the normal stuff. But no, God don't want me to be normal. I got to be erect. I got to, you know what I mean? So let me give you some examples of the standoff. Well, this channel, my gift, all this, that's one example. But for instance, God will do things, and a lot of this is why you got to know the difference between God and the devil. And people don't realize that the devil has to get authority, authorization from God to even mess with you, right? And then I can go so deep about God and the devil. A lot of people just ain't ready for that talk. But anyway, so we're just gonna say God and the devil. God would do things to me that He knows is going to irritate my soul. So for the last couple of weeks, I have been trying to purge myself and have this peacefulness in my and you just because when God, I'm telling you right now, when God has an assignment for you, okay, when you're chosen, you can't like this is what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to unchose myself because I just like I've been doing everything I can to just unchose myself. Even like I actually thought I had the bright idea several times. Yeah, if I open up this channel back again, God, he will just leave me. He'll leave me alone because no, it's not what happened. That's not what's happening. God is the type of person that's like, yeah, I wanted you to do that anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really? Really, bro? Really? Like, do we have to do this? Like, this is how I feel. So, okay, let me give you an example. So, and then he tells me to do stuff And you see how obedient I am. Like you see when God tells me to do stuff, you see the results, you see how it unfolds, you see like how God speaks through me. So imagine me day to day just letting God deal with me, right? But then at the same time not wanting him to deal with me, right? I have been God had been telling me it's like he's been trying to convey something to me, and the one thing that he's trying to convey and get me to do, I can't hear it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can hear everything else but the one thing that he wants me to do, whatever, and it's still to this day. So I have been literally just being obnoxious on purpose. I have been kind of like coming out of, I've been being a brat on purpose because I'm like, what is it that you want from me, bro? What do you want? Like, okay, when I try to do good, that ain't enough. When I do the worst of the worst, that ain't enough. Like, what is it that you want? So on my Facebook, I literally just start just spazzing, just being a little brat, really bitchy on purpose. Because it's like he wants me to draw, God wants me to draw attention or a crowd for whatever reason. Cool. But he ain't giving me no damn instructions on how to do it. So I'm just doing, it's that one thing I can't hear. I can hear, it's like looking, it's like talking to a person face to face, right? But when that one part that you need to hear is coming out of God's mouth, his words are mute. Like, but then as soon as he starts talking about something else, it's loud and clear. Everything else is loud and clear. So I posted this one particular post about now I'm doing my daily duties that day. This is like this past week, like 3-4 days ago. Maybe no, it was last week, about a week ago exactly. I'm doing my daily duties, and the Most High reminded me of something my high school principal said to my mother about me. But one of my high school principals said that I'm a Rolls Royce with a bad transmission. And when God put that thought in my mind, it didn't bother me. I said to myself, hell, I thank God I'm a Rolls Royce because I can always get the transmission fixed, right? Or replaced. So, you know what I mean? So what he said didn't bother me. But God said, post it. Just post it. You know what I mean? Like, and I did. And I'm like, dang, why did I post that? You know what I mean? Like now that's gonna be like a little inside joke. People are gonna be, clowning me for that. So I'm like, oh, they can't clown me. At least somebody see me as high as a Rolls Royce. That's higher than a Bentley. Damn near you get on. You know what I mean? Like that's big to me. Like it's transmission you can fix, replace it, whatever. So when I posted it on my Facebook account, then I just start rolling, just start posting there. And this person did that, and that person did this, that, and the other. And I'm like, God, why do you got me doing this? Just wait, just do what I say. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was going to delete them. I was going, you know what I mean? I was going to delete them, block, because I have a tendency to do that. I'm like, why does God keep telling me to do this weird, like ridiculous stuff? So I did it this time. So people start, and then I'm like, I'm listening, and I'm like, why is God telling me to make? He had been telling me to make my social media account private for months, and I just didn't do it because I'm like, well, God, how are you trying to get me to draw a crowd, a large crowd from around the world? How's that going to happen with a private account? This is what I was doing for the last couple months. So in the midst of me posting all this, all these memories of this person and this person said this and did that, da, 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 and being like a little brat and erratic on purpose about it, God said, Google, you know what I mean? Google how to make your Facebook account private. And I did. So I made it private. So there's this thing where I live. I don't know who it is. I think it's my cousin. But every time I do something that my family or God approves of, and you guys won't believe this, but they literally set fireworks off every time I do something that is like on point or correct. I know it sounds weird, but it's the truth. It really happens. When the story unfolds and you like when people hear it and everything comes out, you'll get it. Anyway, so I made my Facebook page private. Fireworks went off. Boom. So next day comes around, I'm out doing my daily duties. And no, before I go out to do my daily duties, which was actually yesterday, I seen that Kira Sheard, she's a gospel musician. Kira Sheard, she posted like a co-writer, songwriter contest thingy. So you do a duo with her and then repost it, hashtag her and all that stuff. So God was like, do it. And I was like, here you go. And you know, like for me, I'm not a perfectionist, but I am. I like to make sure when, because every time I write a song, I like to make sure that God tells me I'm hearing him clearly because I do not want to misconstrue anything that he's conveying to me. But yesterday, when I did this duo with Kira Sheard, God was just like, just do it and get it done in 10 minutes. Like, you got 10 minutes before you got to go out the door. You better get it. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like putting these lyrics together. And then I did like 5 takes. And well, I would say I did like 10 takes, almost 10 takes. And then, like, on the seventh, eighth, or ninth take, I finally just posted it on my TikTok. And, you know, and the crazy thing is that it's getting a very it's getting a nice response. Cool. And so I'm like, okay. So boom, this guy I was seeing, I knew he was gonna call me because of the Kira Shear duo I did, but I just didn't know when. Lo and behold, 2-3 hours later, I'm in a car. I'm like, God, if you don't leave me alone, like I'm praying. I'm like, if you don't tell me what you want me to do, da, 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 like, and I want you to leave me alone. Like I'm having a temper tantrum because I'm like, why you have me doing all this like over like every day? He got me doing some weird, crazy shit. Excuse my language, but that's how I feel. So I said, you know what, God, I'm really about to do what you don't want me to do right now. I really like, and this is not the first time I said this. Me and the Most High, we dogs. So, we go way back. So as soon as I said it, maybe about like 10 minutes later, this dude calls. He was like, "This is why I love you," and he plays a song that I wrote and sent to him over the phone. He said, when he called me, he's like, "Don't talk, just listen." And then he started playing a song that I wrote and I sent him. He was playing it over the phone. So he was like, I thought you didn't get me this, that, and the other, but after listening to this, I see. And I said, well, I recorded that song and sent it to you almost over a year ago. You just not hearing it? Oh, no, I just didn't, I listened to it, but I just didn't hear it. Something he said, whatever. Anyway, fast forward today. Now, mind you, it was a Kira Sheard duo. And I really didn't expect her to respond or acknowledge or even give me an idea that she even saw it, right? But she posted a post about kind of like, what was the post about? Being mindful of your words and being emotional, right? So when she posted that post, I said, okay, she's clearly, God basically in that when I was listening to her, he said, she's talking about you. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. And it's what was mind blowing to me is from the outside looking in, not knowing what I'm telling you guys right now, someone would think that I was in my feelings or I was being extra emotional when God was telling me to do all this stuff in the background. Literally. I'm just being obedient. the way he wants me to. And I'm being obnoxious, even more obnoxious than I need to be on purpose because I really want God to leave me alone. Like, what do you keep having me do this stuff for? Like, I want to get to the finale at this point. Like, let's get to the good stuff where I have a clear understanding, God. Like, you got me doing this crazy, weird stuff. Like, bro, like, can we get to it? That's how I feel. So I say all that to say that this is going on record. Now, if you guys ever, if you guys know me, anybody who knows me in the background, um, and if you've seen my Facebook post, just know this is definitely not because I want to do these things. God has me doing things because he needs me to do something. And that one thing I just can't hear him say, it just is. Anyway, so I think it's really crazy because when Kira, was talking, about emotions, she was like, your purpose and your calling is so important that you're gonna need to, you're gonna have to work on. I forgot the word she said, but go, you might need to go get some therapy. And I'm like, wow. Not only is it insulting, but it's like, dang God. So you gonna like you gonna put it in her spirit to say that I might need to go sit on somebody's couch and you're the one telling me to do all this, bro. I'm telling on you. I am telling on you and I'm putting it on record. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have me going out looking crazy. People think I'm talking to myself and I'm talking to you. And then we got and God we trust on the dollar bill. But now I'm crazy and I need to sit on somebody's couch. Nah, bruh. I'm telling. I'm telling how you be acting, how you be doing stuff. Nah, everybody need to know. This is what happens when you really, really, you know what I mean? Like, you got a relationship with the Most High. He'll have you doing weird, wonky things and people looking at you sideways. And meanwhile, it's him. Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly. This is God. I'm gonna give you the exact analogy, not the exact. I'm gonna give you a movie on how God be acting. This is yo. When I tell you this movie, for all my older heads, it's gonna blow your mind. But bruh, this was my favorite movie as a kid. But this is how me and my relationship with the Most High is. Go Google the movie Drop Dead Fred. I'm the little girl, and God is Fred. Aggravating. Now, what's even gonna blow your mind even more is my biological father's name is, guess what? Aggravating. I be praying that one day my dad comes to me and says, daughter, I'm really God, and proves it. And I'll be like, yo, dad, you gotta go. I'm done with you. Like, you gotta go to, like, go. Like, at the end of the day, I'm good. You did all this for what? Like, really? Sorry, y'all, I had a phone call. But that is the totality of, well, not the totality. That's like basically when I say I'm telling, because I'm telling you, he be doing the most. God be doing the most, period. For what? What's the reason? I have no clue. No, actually, I do. This is gonna be part two. This is gonna be part one. We're gonna do part two